Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. Today I shall be reading um my original creepypasta called I'm trying to remember the name, The Virus. It's about Minecraft, and it's in my opinion it should be really good. Kind of dark, so I'd say click off if you don't like dark things. Trigger warning for blood and people being attacked by zombies and basically fights and stuff. And without further ado, I shall begin. I feel heat touch my face. I open my eyes with blurred vision. I begin to wipe the sleep from my eyes. I jump out of my bed and feel the hardwood touch my feet. My eyes shift through my room. I see the armor stand, chest, and way I craft with and work with. With steady steps, I walk over to my armor stand. I slip on my armor. It's nothing special, just some iron. Then I grasp my iron sword and shield. I walk out of my house and see the city bustling with action. Villagers trading with other townsfolk, kids who decide to play hooky, people chatting and walking along the gravel path. I stretch out and take a deep breath. On my way to the walls, I see a gruesome scene. Someone looked almost dead. He had bite marks all over him, but nothing like wolves or other things out in the forest. These looked human. Behind him, a figure of dark green skin and black eyes with no pupils or irises charged at the walls. I ran towards it. The closer I got, the smell of decay and rot became more apparent. I was able to see too clearly this was not a human, at least not anymore. I got just close enough to deal damage, which I did. Its body dropped to the floor. I checked for the man who ran in. He was laying on the floor. I stood him up and supported him with my arm. While walking him to the hospital, I asked, "What happened?" I asked him what happened. He said, "I was getting back from my shift at the mine, and I took the early morning hours usually, but this time on my way home, I was attacked by this thing, and it started biting. I saw its figure, so I assumed it was a crazy human." He paused and continued. I realized it wasn't. After nearly escaping death, he was shaking up. I don't know who wouldn't be. I got him to the hospital, and the medics took him and assured me they'll help him. My day from then went smoothly until I heard blood-curdling screams. I ran down the ladder, half falling, half running. Once I was down, I ran, and what I saw shocked me. More of those green things, but with people's shirts, people I knew from the city. More screams rang out. I dashed to the nearest one. It was my brother. I reached out to grab his hand, but a millisecond before I grabbed his hand, those monsters jumped up on him, ripping his flesh from his bones. I cried and screamed. The hot tears came streaming down my face. Streaming down my cheeks. I ran to the nearest people I noticed. They were about to be bit. I pushed them out of the way and killed those beasts that were gonna bite them. Then I heard from the other side of the wall. Then a huge explosion screamed out from the wall. I felt heat and was thrown back into an alley. I worked up blurred eyes and looked around. My body was ripped up, and there was a searing pain across my body. I heard footsteps and smelt rotting. My vision started to clear. The monsters were closing in on me. I ran but couldn't make it far before falling flat on my stomach. I reached for my sword and I felt pain in my back. They were digging their teeth into me. I cried, but I couldn't hear it. I struggled to grab my sword. I screamed. I still couldn't hear it. I grasped my sword and kicked the monsters off of me. I was able to find a bit of strength to stumble, but I looked at the monsters with hate in my eyes. I stumbled towards them and killed the things. I started limping towards a house. I made it into one, knocking things over as I did. I saw a mirror, so I looked at myself. My skin was a pale green, getting darker. my eyes losing color and turning blackish like the things. Then I turned around. Then I looked around. Air wasn't filling my lungs, but I was alive. I didn't feel hungry, nor did I feel full. I wasn't hurt, nor was I healthy. I looked down. There was one of the monsters. It had blood dripping from where its ears should be, and bite marks on its back. Then I realized that thing was not me. That thing was me, or not me, but my body. I hovered out of the house. I saw my brother. I reached out for him, then it all went black. I saw white eyes flash. And that is the end of this creepypasta. If you made it all the way to the end, consider liking, and if you're new here, please subscribe. I don't do this all the time, but when I do creepypastas, they're either really bad or really good. That's the end of this video.